Welcome to F-Bomb Friday. I am your host, Tracy Preston, along with my husband, Todd. Hey, hon.
Hey, baby.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's hit it. Picture this. A Michigan winter night. Snow like ash. Cold, deep enough you can taste it. The wind off the lakes moans around deserted barns and silent streets. In that stillness, something stirs. Not Santa, not sleigh bells, not merry laughter, but a clink of chains, a flash of horns, and the echo of far-off footsteps. Because this December in Michigan, the old world devil of alpine folklore has arrived. The Krampus. He didn't come by sleigh. He came through the woods, through the snow, through the forgotten places between the Christmas lights. And if you've ever told a child to behave because Krampus might get you, well, today on F-Bomb Friday, we're going to meet him. We will trace his origins, his journey from the Alps to Michigan, the parades and midnight runs, the hidden corners where he walks unseen. We'll feel his breath in the Upper Peninsula wind, hear the lash of his birch rods through the trees, and maybe, if you're good, we might just give you a little extra treat. We begin in the cold shadows of the Alps, in the mountainous villages of Austria, Germany, and the Tyrol. There lived a creature who was the dark mirror of Saint Nicholas. According to experts, Krampus is believed to have originated in Germany, and his name derives from the German word Krampus, which means claw. He is described in Encyclopedia Britannica as a half-goat, half-demon monster that punishes misbehaving children at Christmas time. Ancient roots? Perhaps. Some folklorists trace him to pagan winter solstice rituals. According to the Smithsonian, he is the son of the Norse god of the underworld, Hel. Picture the first Krampus, horns spiraling like frost on a window pane, goat legs trampling through the snowdrifts, chains rattling like icy laughter. His birch rod is ready. His sack is waiting. The night of December 5th, the dreaded Krampushnacht, when he walks. In alpine towns, young men would dress as Krampus. They would run through the streets. A Krampus laugh, in other words, a Krampus run. Ringing bells, dragging chains, chasing fear. And though the church tried to ban him, yes, even pamphlets in Austria titled Krampus is an evil man, he survived. So that's the origin. Brutal, dark, pagan, and now he's come to Michigan. How does a mountain devil from the Alps find his way to Michigan's frozen north? The answer? Heritage, immigration, revival, and a little bit of mischief. Michigan, with its waves of German and Austrian immigrants in the 19th and early 20th centuries, became fertile ground for the old world traditions. People brought their Christmas legends, their folk customs, not all of them cheerful. Krampus arrived disguised as folklore, whispered warnings, and masked parades. From the Upper Peninsula to Metro Detroit, and think, when Michigan winters bite and the wind off the lakes howl through the empty yards, the idea of a horned punishment devil stalking misbehaving children is suddenly not so unbelievable. And this is why it matters. This isn't just fun. It's cultural transmission. Krampus gives Michigan an alternate holiday narrative, a dark, thrilling twist on the naughty or nice list morality play. And because winter stretches long here, the ambiance suits the beast. Let's turn our full attention to Krampus. He's the lead. He's the terror. He's the devil of December. Krampus is often depicted as having long, curling horns, goat-like legs, fur dark and thick, a long, hanging tongue, and fangs sharp as frozen glass. A sack or basket on his back for naughty children, chains, bells, and birch rods. Britannica describes him as a half-goat, half-demon monster that punishes misbehaving children. The chains are symbolic of the Christian demonism he was forced into, but real in tradition. The birch rods are sticks used to swat bad behavior. The sack is not just a metaphor. Some tales say he stuffs children into his sack and hauls them off to his lair. Krampus is not Santa. He does not bring joy. He punishes. He punishes the misbehaving, the ungrateful, the naughty. This holiday tradition flips the sweet script. Good kids get treats from St. Nicholas, and naughty kids get birch rods from Krampus. On the night of December 5th, Krampus walks through the woods, through the streets, and in between houses, chains dragging, bells ringing. In alpine towns, they have a parade and a run. Here in Michigan, the rituals have been given the modern twist with festivals, parades, costumed runs, and charity drives. But beneath the fun is the echo of fear. Tradition isn't just costume, it's primal. The idea, behave, or the demon might visit. In Michigan's long winter nights, that idea hits extra hard. Now, we bring Krampus into Michigan's unique winter landscape because the environment, the isolation, The cold magnifies him. Picture this: a remote cabin near the shore of Lake Superior. Snow is falling heavy. The wind gusts. Inside, an immigrant from Bavaria, carving mask of horn and fur. He hangs bells. He leans birch rods in the corner. He knows the old stories. Outside, footprints lead off into the woods. Chains clink. Horns echo. He hears Krampus walking because Krampus doesn't just show up at festivals, he visits. So, Krampus in Michigan is everywhere. Rural nights, urban streets, dinner tables and festival grounds. And when you think about the long December nights here, the snow-covered forest, the frosted fields, you realize this is his domain. Here's why Krampus works here in Michigan. Isolation. In deep woods, far from lights, he thrives. Long nights. Winter darkness gives him shape. Strong immigrant traditions. German-Austrian heritage means Krampus has roots. Modern festival culture. The beast gets resurrected in street runs and costumes. And now we get to that little extra added treat we talked about earlier for those of you who have been good. Michigan is no stranger to winter terrors. So let's set the stage for a little meet and greet between Krampus and the Wendigo. High in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, deep snowbanks, the moon, a pale witness to the woods below, a fur trapper's cabin, icicles hanging like spears, silence. Then, hoofbeats, chains rattling. Krampus appears. At the same time, in the deeper woods, the Wendigo stirs. Hunger incarnate, a gaunt figure of endless winter. Wendigo emerges to devour the lost. Krampus emerges to punish the naughty. They cross paths. The forest shivers. Grandpa swings his birch rods. Chains whip in the air. Wendigo's claws rake. Hunger roars. Krampus's punishments turn primal. Wendigo's hunger is all-consuming. It is brutal. It is elemental. The trapper flees. The woods shake. At dawn, only devastation remains. This encounter is seemingly inevitable and symbolic. For Krampus, the Wendigo is neither a saint nor a scapegoat. He is hunger. In Michigan's winter, the boundary between punishment and consumption blurs. Krampus's role shifts for a moment. Not just punisher of misbehaved children, but guardian of order against the ravenous cold and the monster it births. Even though the battle ends, the stories linger. In Michigan, when the wind howls, some might ask, is it the Krampus or something worse? Krampus persists because we still need the threat of darkness in the bright holiday. In Michigan, winters give him meaning and brings him to life. The moral? Behave. Because in these woods, the horned figure watches, but also respect the cold, respect the forest, respect the unseen. Now, let's pull all this together. He embodies winter's duality, festive cheer versus primal fear. Michigan's environment amplifies him. Long, dark nights, snow, isolation. The immigrant heritage means this beast isn't entirely foreign. He's transplanted. Festivals make him real in urban spaces, but his true realm remains the silent woods. For our listeners, the next time you drive past a snow-covered field in the silence, think the horns might belong to Santa's helper or something else entirely. So here we are, at the end of our journey. Snow still falls, the cold still grips, and somewhere out there, in Michigan's winter midnight, Krampus walks. He walks for the naughty. He walks for the restless. He walks because legends don't retire when immigrants arrive. They grow roots. Krampus is the thorn in the wreath of holiday cheer, the rattle in the peace of December. If you're in Michigan this season and you hear bells in the woods and a distant crack of birch rods, you may want to check that nice and naughty list again, because Krampus is here, and he's not just for fun. He's a warning. Be good, be kind, and maybe, just maybe, keep your boots inside. Thanks for joining us on Krampushnacht. Have a dark, delightful holiday. If you dare, keep your fire lit and your stories alive.